Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to the bus. Now in full 60 FPS, as you can see in the left side of the screen. Sorry about my previous boo-boos. I recorded in 30 FPS, but now it's all correct. And I'm showing the FPS in the first few minutes of the video. Don't worry, it's not the entire thing, but some of you have been curious about it, so we'll go with that. Also, you can see we are in full night mode. You can walk around, enjoy the city, and we'll explore how the city of Berlin looks at night and how DML, the developers of this game, have portrayed it. Right? Anyway, this is still super early access. The official early access will happen on the 25th of March. If you want more details, Steam link is in the video description. About the price, about the dates and the plans they have for the different phases. So more info there. I'll leave a link in the video description. Anyway, thank you for the comments, guys, and thank you for the guidance. So I learned that there is actually a ramp here for people in wheelchairs and with mobility devices and the trolleys and the strollers. Very nice add-on. I hope they add passengers soon who need this, because in Singapore we do it like this as well. When the bus driver is, he's driving, right? And he stops at the bus stop and there's someone who needs the ramp, so he doesn't open the doors yet. So everything is closed. He only opens this door, opens the ramp, lets the guy in and scan their card, folds it back up, closes doors, and then he gets back in here. And then he opens the doors for everyone else. If I can click it, that is, there you go. So it's a nice role playing, but it's good. Hopefully that kind of passenger system really happens in the near future. Wow, the night lighting actually looks very nice. This is a great idea you guys have. Look at the reflections on the cars there. Anyway, one more thing. Anyway, let's start the engine first. These guys are waiting for us already. There we go. So let's tweak. Look at the different settings. Reset the stop request. Open the door. Some of you asked. Yes, we do have different controls for each of the doors. You can even lock them, I believe. There is also kneeling. I'm not sure when it is used. It is automatically kneeling when you open the door, but you can also do that yourself, I think. Or at least the lifting down and up. I'm not sure if this is implemented yet. It does say not available during service. But yes, some people also were curious about the different features of the bus, so let's go through that now. You can actually turn on off the lighting for bus stops. We'll do that later. But here you can have there is a vent on multiple sides. This is the smaller bus, by the way. Not the bendy bus this time, the smaller one. So we only have two vents. You can see them at the top of the bus there. And let me go back there. Some of you were curious about that. So you can close it. You can open it different ways. This is something I never thought of exploring before. What is that? Oh, I think that's a bug. The hatches are still configured for the bendy bus. So even if you pick the smaller bus, it still goes through imaginary vents there. Okay, one bug more to fix. Good that we spotted that early on. Alright. Okay, and then we have windows. So we can actually open and close that. I think fully only. I'm not sure you can stop in between. Full open and full close, but for those of you who like your windows, there it is. The sound effects I'm not such a fan of, but I hope they tweak that in the future. Right, anyway, let's get this party started. Let's go and start this up, put in our tour number so that the bus, as you can see in front, there is nothing written. So the passengers will not ride with you because they don't know where they're going. Makes sense, right? So we can actually zoom this way. Okay. So 4013 is our tour number. And we're doing the opposite way this time. So from Alexanderplatz back to the bus depot. There it is. So now you can see there is something written there. I don't know what it says, but it seems like the passengers do, as they seem to be very eager now with coming on board. Okay, let's open the doors. So you can map keys to each of those doors. So you don't need to press them each time. Oh, no one buys a ticket? Come on. I was looking forward to that. How about the lights on the passenger on the door side? I would imagine these lights should open and close depending on the door. I think there is a setting here though. I think I remembered there was a key binding for each of those lights. I'll have to figure that out later. Yeah, but for now I think there is not. Fog light, back fog light. Yeah, that one. There you go. Can open the light for the driver. I don't think that's good. That one is for the interior. Oh, we definitely want that. Turn off lighting. No. Okay, whichever that is. As long as they have lights back there. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, let's get started. Sorry for the delay, guys, but some people have been requesting for more of the features. So here we are. Before we go into the actual drive. So let's drive for a couple of stops and then let's get rid of the FPS counter. Now I did limit my FPS to 60. By default I think it's limited to 62. You can do some tweaks in the config files to increase that, but it won't increase that much. I tried it and I was going up to around 70, 80, sometimes 90 FPS, but it's not very stable, so it goes down to 60 in some areas anyway. So 60 I think is the most optimal. Oh, lots of passengers today, and looks like we have a ticket buyer. Perfect. Single ticket AB. There you go. Now the problem is, how the heck do you see? I guess this is where that lighting would come in, huh? Where is it? That guy. Yeah. I guess that this light would need to open whenever you open the door. That would be nice. Otherwise it's all manual. So I'll need to map a key here. Oh, there it is. Is it automatic? I think it automatically closed when I closed the door. But it didn't automatically open when I opened the door. Okay, halfway there. More tweaks, but looks good. Man, I love the reflections on the cars as the city lights hit them. I think we can stay in this lane, our VIP lane. Some people were also asking about the FFB. The FFB can be very nice. Like there, when you're driving through those grates on the side of the road, you can actually feel your steering wheel react to them, like this one, this grate that we're going to be driving through. Yeah, my wheel is vibrating there. So force feedback is there, but I think it can be improved, especially in the straight roads. Because yeah, the force feedback is almost non-existent in the straight areas of the road. Like if it's just a flat road and no bumps, you feel nothing on the wheel. And I hope there is something along those lines. Good. Alright. Are we happy with the FPS? Let's maybe let that stay in a little because we are getting into a very busy area here. Look at all the pedestrians, the cars, the buildings, and everything that's happening in this side of the city. And yes, our FPS looks to be dropping off as well. Though now it seems to be stable. Interesting. Oh man, that looks very nice, doesn't it? Oh, I'll be taking a photo here. You know what? For those who haven't seen it yet, yes, you can actually go into photo mode. And you can take your beautiful scenic shots. Oh, there's a TV tower right there. Something like that can work. Get a very scenic shot like so. Yeah, And if you like, you can even change the time of the day here. Make it daytime. Oh, the exposure doesn't change automatically. That might need to be tweaked. That looks beautiful. Wow. Is that a real hotel at the back there? Sorry guys, I'm really taking my time here, just enjoying and exploring what this game has to offer. Some of you have been very curious and you wanted to see what all the possibilities are. So here we are. I think you can even hide this. Is it H? Yeah, you can hide that and take a photo in Steam or whatever. Because if you capture the screenshot, that saves to a different directory. Man, that's looking good. Right, but yes, you can even take photos inside. If you want to take photos of the interior, yes, you can press the home key. And you can also do that here, so you can check it out. Oh, we're locked in this space. It's a bit weird. But yeah, you can take photos of the cockpit, for example. The cockpit, the flight deck, no, the bus deck. I don't know, the driver's seat. So you can take a shot like that. Very nice. Cool. I wish the traffic light was running until all that time that we were exploring and enjoying. Is that Hauptbahnhof? And I still don't know how to pronounce it, sorry guys. But you know what I mean, right? So it should be okay. Ideally. Now, as I mentioned in the previous episode, yes, the traffic light does seem very realistic as well. Still 60 here? Okay, let's close the FPS now so we can enjoy the scenery. And if we ever encounter some obvious slowdowns in the FPS, then we can bring it back up to see what's happening. He's in the numbers department. But yeah, you guys seem to like how the game is looking like so far. Glad you guys are enjoying it. Some people didn't like it so much. That's fine. It has a very distinct art style. In a way, it's like... I'm not sure how to say it. It's not fully... I don't have the word for it. But if you like compare the different simulators, compare for example Euro Truck and this one, the bus, and just in terms of graphics. Is that the Berlin Cathedral at the back? That one is the Berlin Cathedral at night. Very nice. Yeah, but the art style is very different. I guess because the engine, the graphics engine used is quite different as well. And the texture choices are also different. But yes, I had a question like asking, which one do you like better in terms of graphics? ETS2 or the bus? It's very hard. It was very hard. I couldn't decide. Especially with ETS2 lighting updates. That game is looking very good. But this game is no pushover either. And they have some very different styles in the lighting, in the textures, the overall feel. Am I supposed to stay there where that taxi is? That seems wrong. Yeah, stay here instead. So I couldn't really give you anything. But it would appeal to different people. Oh, I think I'm getting a slowdown here. Oh, not really. Okay, maybe just my imagination. Right, stopping on this next one. Yeah, the night lighting is looking pretty nice, although it does look a bit dark. Not sure if it really looks like this in Berlin. Speaking of dark experiences in Berlin, I still remember this time. So as I mentioned in the previous videos, we only spent a couple of days here in real life, me and Mrs. Clumsy. And on our last day, we woke up very early, like, I don't know, 4 a.m., 5 a.m. because we had I believe we had a train scheduled from Berlin to Amsterdam, if I remember it correctly. And so we took and thanks guys for telling me about the S-Bahn, the U-Bahn. I think it was the U-Bahn that we took. But we took like a subway near our hostel, going to the train station. Hauptbahnhof. And
Unter den Linden, Friedrichstraße.
because it was still very early, it was super dark like this. And it somehow looks like this. Not the city lighting is a bit dark still. And the city lights don't light up the city, the streets fully. So maybe this is quite accurate as well. But maybe not this dark, if I can remember. But yeah, what I remember distinctly is that in the subway, whatever you call it, I think U-Bahn, you guys told me, 380 ABC. Yeah, these zones are realistic as well. 20 cents, or however you call it. If I can click, if I can find it, yes. We need the light to open every time. These things you don't realize until you drive at night. So, good recommendation there, guys. Looks like there's something wrong with the GPS as well, unless I made a mistake in my routing. Okay. But yes, the story I wanted to tell was when we were on the subway, the underground, however you call it. There was a guy, a friendly guy, and it seemed like he was drinking. I can't remember if we thought he was drinking or he was drunk or tipsy happy. Because he smelled like it. I don't think he smelled like it, but he...
S- und U-Bahnhof Brandenburger Tor.
He looked a bit too friendly, you know, chatty, and he approached us out of nowhere and he started chatting, started asking questions. And of course we got scared because we're not familiar with the place and it was very dark and we were the only people there. And you don't know if this kind of thing, you know, growing up in Manila, got exposed to lots of different kinds of environments. And we learned to stay on our toes. Oh, there's the golden bear. PVG. What does that mean? Let me know in the comments. So yeah, we got used to staying on our toes, so we were not sure if that guy was just really friendly or if he had an ulterior motive. But thankfully, we were able to go on the train and leave him there. So he didn't really follow us, or it wasn't that creepy. Maybe he was just curious because we looked so different from the usual European look, right? And we stood out and he got curious, like where we are from, what are we doing there. But yeah, he was not really, he didn't do anything bad. We were just paranoid. But yeah, things like that, it's better not to tempt fate. Now, where the heck are we supposed to go? I think we're supposed to turn right here. If the GPS was working, we could have done something there. I think we can do this trip all the way until we reach the train station. I'm just going to say train station, okay? Because every time I see Hauptbahnhof, I probably am mispronouncing it, and the locals might hate me for it. Although some of you were saying I am pronouncing the words mostly correctly. I guess for a foreigner, it's not too bad. So I can take that. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, the art style is quite nice. Some would refer to this as fully realistic. Some don't like it. Yeah, but yeah, it has a very distinct feel. I'm not quite sure how to place it. Now where? One second. Because I'm not sure if we actually missed the stop already. Brandenburg Tor. Okay, we are a couple of stops away. That's good. And we're probably super late, but I won't look at the time. Let's just enjoy our leisurely stroll around the city at night. Nice to see as well a couple of locals commenting in the videos that they are from here in Berlin. Thank you for the guided tour and the insights. Really useful stuff. Whoa! What the heck? You guys said that the drivers shouldn't be this aggressive. I shouldn't need to do full-on defensive driving, so I guess there could be some improvements in the logic, the AI behavior. instead of, yeah, that guy's nice, instead of racing towards the intersections every time. There also seems to be a visual bug in the dashboard. You can see in the middle of the dashboard there. It's strange. Some reflections are off, I think. That's a minor tweak, I guess, but the developers should be familiar, would know that easily, what to fix. Right, off we go. Not sure actually if this is a bus lane that we are on. I think this is a bike lane. You guys told me that the bike lanes are the red lanes, but not all of them are red, so that might be it. Also, nice to see some people actually looked at Google Maps, because as I mentioned in the previous videos, I highly recommend you guys check those out. I share more details about the game there. This is a 1:1 map, 1:1 representation of Berlin, at least some parts of it, with actual bus lines, actual bus companies, and actual companies, actual establishments on the city. We actually saw like Burger King or Lidl, the other Aral.
Campus Mitte.
You guys told me that's a German gas company. It's not Romanian. So thanks for letting me know. And some people actually looked at the Google Maps and compared how the layout is, and it looks spot on. Like where the Burger King is, we saw in part 1, that is exactly where it is in real life as well. Or it was. I'm not sure if it's still there with everything happening these past few months and years. Yeah, that one. Lidl, right? Good. I remember there was also someone who commented about we need the kneeling capability of buses, and yeah, you saw the button is there. Although it doesn't work, it says not when in service. When would you need to kneel your bus manually? Because I would have thought, well, I don't know much about buses to be honest, but it seems like the kneeling happens automatically when you open the doors, right? So it doesn't. So it's basically lowering the bus so that passengers can get on board easier. And that's cool.
Robert Koch Platz.
But aside from when opening doors, when would you need to do that? So I wouldn't know why you would need a manual kneeling if it's kneeling automatically when you open the doors already. So let me know if you have more info on that. I think some people are also requesting night driving while raining. Well, I was hoping we could get that. I was hoping for dynamic weather, but maybe we can force it, just to see how it looks and how the FPS is. Speaking of FPS, let's go and bring that back up. Yeah, we are dropping a bit here. Nothing is getting taxed though, so that's really interesting. Must be something with optimizations. Yeah, the GPU still has a lot of headway. CPU threads, nothing is getting fully utilized. So let's see if we can force a rain here. If we go to weather, yes, there we go. Storm, fog precipitation. Let's go with storm. Okay, there we go. Frame rate still looking good. Let's keep the FPS counter on just so we can see. The wipers are working, although they're not 1:1 with like the wipers and the actual rain getting wiped off. There's a bit of delay, but it's a very minor thing. Good. Do love the graphics though. I think it really shines when it's raining. Oh yeah. We almost crashed into someone there. Look at this light. Looks like someone being interrogated with how this looks. Very, very scenic. Yeah, I think the Unreal Engine really shines when it's raining. Sorry for the pun. That was not intentional. Kind of. .50 speed limit here. But yeah, nice to see that the map is accurately made. And it's really nice to see that the developers don't need to imagine anything. Like they don't have to, because that's one of the complexities when you are changing the scale of the map. 1:10, 1:5. You would need to have a certain logic, a certain system in place, how you can compress the map. Okay, which area can you safely cut off? How would it look when you cut off that section? So you'll have to imagine something. You'll have to be very mindful of what you do
Invalidenpark.
in those cases. And yeah, it can be very tricky. That's usually when the immersion can break, because the merging of those sections, the scaling, really affects the realism at times. So here, when they decided to make it 1:1, they don't have to do any of those. They basically just model in whatever is there in real life. So it's simple. It's simple, but not easy. As you guys know, simple does not equate to easy. So it's an easy decision. You just, quote unquote, just copy whatever. Take a look at the passengers, guys. I have a note about that. You guys have been commenting about that. But yeah, with a 1:1 scale, basically, are those guys out already? I hope they're not hurt. Yeah, with a 1:1 scale, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here, and I kind of beat the red light, and I didn't indicate. Oh my goodness, getting so confused. So yeah, with a 1:1 map, everything is, you just basically copy whatever you see in real life. You don't need to take liberties. But yeah, it's a simple thing. It's not an easy thing, because the amount of work that entails, coming from example a 1:10 scale or a 1:10 scale, you will need to do areas 10 times bigger, 10 times more. So it's not really easy, very far from it. Let me turn off the... One second, okay. Let me turn off the FPS counter. Ooh, traffic building up on the other side. Hauptbahnhof? Oh, so that's how you pronounce it. Hauptbahnhof. It's like you're eating a burger. Gulping something big. Hauptbahnhof. Did I get it right? More or less? Okay. Alright, so we'll end it here. We'll have a look at the Hauptbahnhof. Oh my goodness, I thought I was going to make a clean run today. Never say never, huh? Never say never. Alright. But yes, we'll end it here, guys. So really looking forward to what this game will bring. There's the Hauptbahnhof right there. Nice lighting. I think it could still be improved, but for starters, it's very nice. A very cinematic look. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching. Let's go and onboard the bus. Leave these guys hanging. Thanks for watching, guys. Clumsy busing. Oh, and yes, the note on the passengers. Hope they improve the look of the passengers. Like when it's raining, maybe wearing coats, umbrellas, and depending on the time of the year, changing how they look. Because right now it feels like very summerish. Johnny Bravo, my favorite character there. But yeah, they seem to be not getting cold at all, so that would improve immersion, but we'll see how all that takes place. Alright, anyway, thank you for watching. I'm looking forward to what this game will bring in the near future. I'll keep a close eye on it, and we'll keep you guys posted. Clumsy busing, catch you soon, and stay safe. Clumsy signing off.